Right, right. So, so we have a repository. That repository belongs to GitHub. It's a Python-based application. Okay, Python. So we need to take the code using Jenkins. We set up Jenkins and integrate or provide the that URL, like repository URL within our pipeline. Two-way we can integrate. Okay. So the codes pulled in Jenkins, then Jenkins, here we integrate with the SonarQube. So we install SonarQube and integrate with Jenkins. After that, after the code analysis, okay, after the code analysis, Jenkins will build the application code, and this pipeline we use Docker, okay, as a production Docker. So this application image will deploy to the production Docker environment, and we can access the application. It will create the Docker container as well, okay, when the image comes to Docker. So before that, uh, we include some other tools as well, okay. OWSAP, okay, this is an open dependency checking tool for security purpose. So we integrate that plugins within Jenkins. This is actually a plugin. So this plugins actually looks for what are the dependencies, okay, that we use in our pipeline. So it will check the dependencies and checking the vulnerabilities that belongs to the dependencies. After that, we built the Docker file, okay, using um, Docker image using Docker file. The Docker file belongs to this repository. Using the Docker file, Jenkins built Docker image, Docker image. So whenever we build Docker image, we again uh, scanning this Docker image. Okay, in this case, we use Try scan. Try is tool for scanning built images. Okay, so in this case, we have a Docker image. So before deploying to production, we scanning the image one last time using Try. Then we will push that built image to Docker Hub. So we need to integrate Docker Hub within our Jenkins. And integrated means we need to provide the Docker Hub credential to log in and push the image to Docker Hub. So I hope everyone have Docker Hub account, right? All of you.
Yes,
Okay. What about the newcomers?
I have it, sir.
Okay. So yes, before deploying to Docker environment, we pushing that build image to Docker Hub. Okay. So we can take that image from the Docker Hub and push that image to the production. So hope you all got that the workflow, right? Anyone have any doubt? No doubt, right? So the codes comes like this, okay? So taking the code from the repository, Jenkins, send it to SonarQube, then checking with this, the dependency, okay? Only OWSP will checking the dependencies and then building Docker image after uh, yeah, using Trivy, we scanning the Docker image, then pushing to Docker Hub the image only, then taking the image and deploy to production Docker. Any doubt?
No,
No, sir.
So we need to set up these tools, plugins, everything. Okay. So first we need to set up a Jenkins, SonarQube, then install some services like Try within our local machine. Okay. I'm go with the Ubuntu, choosing the version 22.0. Then I am using T2 large machine, okay, instead of T2 micro or medium, because I am installing all of the application to the single server. So I'm go with the T2 large. So I have got 2 versus CPU and 8 GB RAM. That would be fine.
So what are we doing now? Like launching EC2 for what?
To install Jenkins SonarQube
Jenkins. Okay.
to
So
build, yes.
so Ubuntu you are doing now, but I tried with the Linux. So would it affect or it's
No,
fine with the
no,
you
it's
can
fine,
pick
fine, fine.
anyone. It's
It's fine,
fine.
it's fine.
Okay.
Yes.
I was just trying to troubleshoot that point.
Okay, okay. So I'm choosing my network Apple, then subnet, public subnet, auto sign IP enable. In my case, it's storage. Okay, the hard disk is only 8 GB, so I am changing to 20. So I got 20 GB storage space and launch instance. Okay, so first I'm going to install Jenkins. So before that, I'm updating the package manager. Okay. So here we can go with the official documentation of Jenkins. So go to Linux, and here go to Ubuntu. So this is the script, okay, single script file. So we can copy the entire bash from here and paste this down here. And we need to install Java as well, okay. So installation of Java, copy the bash, paste it. Yes.
I will name it like this. FD1. Okay, these are the 4 fault domains we have in one zone. This is one building. Now the other concept is Remember, fault.
Okay. So the installation of Jenkins is successful. We'll check with the systemctl. I'm starting the server, Jenkins server. Check again. Yes, it's active. So the first part is done. So I'm quickly log into the server using port number 8080. Before that, I need to open the port 8080. Edit inbound rule, add rule 8080. Anyone can access. I'm going to open one more port number like 900 for the Sonar Cube. So both are opened.
So we are not giving a range here.
No need to provide any range.
But if we give, it doesn't affect,
Yeah,
right?
both are fine, but best practice is only open the port that we used. Okay. For a best practice to secure our network, we need to close the unused reports.
Okay.
So this is the initial, command to getting the initial password to log in Jenkins. Just copy from here and paste it on the terminal. So we will get the password. This is the password. Copy. Go with the suggested plugins. Meanwhile, we can download, install SonarCube. Okay. So I'm installing the Docker on same machine. So apt install docker.io. Directly run the Docker command to getting the image and running that file. Docker run. Then port attach, then port 900.
Sir, why it is not 9020? It's like same port, both side.
9,000 is fine when we're running that in Docker. You mean
Okay.
9 for the
Yeah,
database, right?
right.
This is
I
fine
think
for.
this is okay. Because
Yeah.
last time you told me like 9,000, then the other one is 9020. So I put the range, that's
That
why I was
that
asking.
that would also be included in that installation. When opening, binding that ports. Okay, when running the Docker container, right? So
Right.
this is actually a embedded software. Okay, whenever we deploying this Sonar Cube, we will get that embedded database within the Sonar Cube. So this is fine.
Okay, we can use
Only
either
need
way,
to
right?
only need to open 9,000.
9,000. But other way, like the range is also good, but not the right practice, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So the range, what's the syntax for giving the range? Because I thought one port in the Docker matches to
I
the
mean,
port on the.
Pooja mentioned the range in the security group. I mean, yes, right? Opening the ports.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, in the security group. Okay. I thought there was some syntax for the console.
So this is a command to run directly sonar cube. Okay, sonar run detachable mode, then dash dash name for that the name we are giving to the sonar container. Then the ports that's running sonar cube, that is 9,000. We bind it with the host and container port. And then this is the uh, directory, okay, where the Docker pulling that image. This community based latest image you will get. So it's downloading, I mean, pulling that uh, files and running that file. Okay, it runs the Docker PS. See, SonarCube is running. Go into SonarCube, I mean, login using the same public API of our EC2 machine. Then provide the port number 9,000. So here we need to provide the, I mean, creating first admin user. So provide the record data here. Save and continue. Save and finish. Then coming to SonarQube, we need to provide the initial admin password. That is admin. Password is admin. Hit enter. Then we need to provide new password. See, this is a dashboard, okay? SonarQube dashboard where we can see our projects, codes, and we can analyze the code. What are the issues within our code? Everything we can see here. So now, yeah, Jenkins ready and SonarQube is also ready. So what are things that we configure here? We set up the Jenkins and SonarQube. Okay, two things ready. SonarQube. So next thing is we need to integrate these things, the Sonar with the Jenkins, and yeah, that's our first step. So go back again. Hmm. Before that, we need to install some plugins, okay, for our application. So this is a Java-based application. So this is a dashboard, Jenkins dashboard. So we need to go to Manage Jenkins. So click on that. So here we can see a lot of configuration, like options like system, tools, plugins, appearance, credentials, a lot of things there. So we need to first go to the plugins to install the required plugins. So here we can see left side available plugins, install plugins. We need to go to available plugins. Okay. So we need to type the plugins that we need. So in this application, we need the plugins Java. Okay. JDK. We call this JDK. So see Eclipse terminals install. This is a JDK plugins. Click on that. And we can go to install. So that plugins actually installed. in this. Yeah, it's actually installed. Then we need to install OWASP. It's a dependency checking tool, okay? The dependency that we use in our application. So we need to check that tools as well because we don't know that dependencies, service or application have any vulnerabilities or any issues. So if we configure this dependency in our pipeline, we can ensure that our CI/CD pipeline is most secure. So click on that. So the AWS is actually, yeah, it's installing. Yes, it's done. Then SonarQube. Uh, we need to install the SonarQube plugins, okay, before configuring the SonarQube. SonarQube Scanner. This is a plugins, okay. See, SonarQube Scanner. Click on that and install. So after the installation of the plugin, we will get some configuration part, okay, within the Jenkins to adding that record service or application, okay. Otherwise, that option is not visible in Jenkins. So whenever we adding that plugins, we can see that specific. For example, now we install the plugin SonarQube, so we can go to the tools in this Jenkins and we can see the SonarQube option there. Otherwise, that is not visible there. So next thing is we need to install Docker plugins. See, when coming to Docker, we need to choose Docker communications, commons, and Docker pipeline, Docker API, and Docker build step. These are the 5 things that we need to choose and install. Yes, everything is fine. Coming to the plugins, then go back to Jenkins, manage Jenkins, and we need to configure that specific things. Okay. That means now we configured, I mean, now we added so many plugins, installed so many plugins. So we need to configure that plugins in the tools. See the tool option here. Okay. So here we configuring that tools. Okay. So click on that. So see first JDK installation. We already installed the JDK plugins there. That's why it's listing here. So in our project, we need to add that JDK as our tool. Okay, this is a tool actually. So before that, I will show the pipeline, pipeline script. Okay, my screen is visible, right? Visual Studio, all of you.
No, I don't see Visual Studio. I see
Oh,
your.
give me a second, give me a second, give me a second. I didn't share that. Now it's visible, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, this is a Groovy script. Okay, these types of similar script that we use when coming to Jenkins CI/CD pipeline. So coming to organization perspective, mostly we go with the Jenkins Groovy script. So it's a human readable script. So I will explain from the starting. Okay, so it's starting from the pipeline. Okay, see, it's starting with the pipeline and it's open a curly brace, and this curly brace ends at the bottom. Okay, I will show that. So this is a curly brace for the pipeline. Okay, so inside the pipeline we define that agent. Okay, what are the agents that we use? What are the tools that we are going to use for the application? This pipeline for the application that we are going to deploy. Okay, it's a Python web application. So what are the tools that we use in this pipeline that we need to mention here? In this case, only one tool there. That's why I mentioned JDK, the tool name and the tool type and the tool name. Okay, this is the tool name that we uh, provide when we configure the Jenkins tools. And then the environment. Then what are the environment that we are going to use in our project, like the CI/CD pipeline? Then coming to stages, we open the stages. Okay, then open the stages brace and that close here. See, this is a close of that stages. So under the stages, we provide the stage. So what are the stages? Stage we need to include in the stages that we need to provide like this. So the stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5, stage 6, stage 7, and 8. So each stages is a step-by-step process the Jenkins execute. Okay, like the first stage,
So
getting the
it
code
looks
from the
like,
beginning.
sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt you, sir. It looks like the workflow, like the steps we were
right, right, right,
doing.
right,
So
right.
the format will remain same like every time, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it's starting with the pipeline. Okay, then we need to open a color bucket. Then the agent, any. That means this tells to Jenkins that the pipeline can be executed on any available Jenkins agent or worker node. Okay. So in this case, the Jenkins will select one of its available agent to run the jobs that define the project. Then coming to tools, we provide the JDK here. So this section configure the tools that we are needed for this pipeline. So in this case, JDK 11 sets the Java development kit actually. Okay, that's a full form of JDK. So, and we can mention the version as well. Okay, if for example JDK 11, 12, 13, 14 like that. So if the JDK needs any version, then we can add that to there. So the version will compile and run the Java based code. Then coming to the environment, okay. In this case, we added one environment like Scanner Home tool, and the name is Sonar Scanner. So these are the blocks actually. Okay, this is the first block, and tool is the one block, and environment is another block like that. So this blocks, coming to the environment block, set up the environment variable. Okay, so the environment variable name is Sonar Home. That will define the path to the Sonar Cube Scanner tool. We already configuring that Sonar Cube. We install the Sonar Cube plugins. Then after this, we will go to there and configure the Sonar Scanner tool. Okay. So this scanner is used later in the pipeline to analyze the code quality. And then, yeah, the tool, uh, uh, this is a Sonar Home. Okay. Then the tool name is Sonar Scanner. So Jenkins will automatically configure the path to the Sonar Cube tool based on the installed version. These things we will configure. Then coming to stages. So this section contains multiple stages in our pipeline, or each representing a steps in the CI/CD pipeline. So the first stage, okay, that is stage Git checkout. Git checkout. So first we need to create a stage, then open a brace. So inside we given a name called Git checkout. So we can say this is this stage for checkouting some code. Okay. So so the section contain multiple stage, and the first stage under the stages, first stage is Git checkout. So that's the purpose for cloning the project from the GitHub repository. So here we provide the GitHub repository URL. So what will happen? Whenever we're running the script, this stage will go to checking that URL for the GitHub. So it will taking the code or cloning the code from GitHub to Jenkins. So here you can see the Git branch main, that specifies the pipeline should be run the main branch from the GitHub repository. If it is master, then we need to provide that thing. So whenever we go to this repository, we can see the all codes belongs to, under the branch main. That's why I put the main there. Then the URL that we provide for the repository. Then coming to the code, sorry, stage 2, AWS VP dependency. So this stage is we provide the name AWS dependency. This stage will checking or scanning the dependency that we use within our pipeline. So coming to the next stage, TryVFS. So we installed a service called TryV. So the TryV will scanning the entire working directory. Okay. So we need to provide that script under the steps. See, coming to the stage, we can add the step. Okay, what are the steps that we need to do? Perform within the stage. So it's a script file. As such, this is a command that we need to provide. The command is tryv space fs dot space dot. Okay, that means that this is a tryv scan. Okay, tryv is a tool. So we use the tryv for scanning images. Okay, so this command will looking for the working directory images and checking that uh, all the files or images that belongs to the directory. So after that, we will get that a output. What are the vulnerabilities or any bug issues or anything happen with the applications or that code or images. Then the next stage is for the Sonar Cube. So that will analyze the code for quality issues using Sonar Cube. So
Okay,
here
do
you
we need
can
to
see.
mention do we need to mention slash after the fs dot on the line 8, like 28?
So that
This is
means fs is in this directory when you just put a dot there.
Dot slash, do we need to
this
mention for?
is yes, this is a command that we use. For example, when we installing Docker, we need to perform the
Correct.
Docker command, right? Docker build, Docker PS like that. So
Correct.
similar way,
While execute.
we are going to install Tribe in our that EC2 machine, okay, where we installing the Jenkins. So this is a Tribe command to scanning the working directory contents, okay. In this case, Tribe FS means file system scanning, okay.
Correct.
In our working directory file system, it will scan, and this is a ender working directory contents we need to scan. That's why we need to provide the dot.
Okay.
The dot basically refers when a directory refers to itself. It's a dot. When it refers to its parent in the tree, it's double dot. And if you put a slash and dot, then it will look for something inside that directory.
Okay.
But it might be confused because it would be like dot slash and then some other name.
Specifying.
It's like one of the ways where
Specify
Linux is
where it has to go.
very Linux is very laconic. It's very few words. It explains things.
So the next stage is Sonar Cube. Okay. So here you can see it's starting with the Sonar Cube environment, then this env name. So starting with the Sonar Cube env Sonar Cube. So that will configures the Sonar Cube environment. Use the scanner for code analysis. Then the next thing is Sonar Home bin Sonar Scanner. So that will execute the Sonar Cube scanner from the configured environment variable. Okay. So above we already configured the environment variable. See here. Then here we can see the options as well. Coming to the stage Sonar Cube. The options means D Sonar project name is equal to Java. That will set the project name for the Sonar Cube. That means project name is Python web app. That means whenever we executing the pipeline, so the Jenkins will create a project name within SonarQube application. So we can see that. So we didn't go there and create manually project name there. This is a way of automate. Okay, so the Jenkins will automatically create the project name Python web app. So that will create that. Then dsonar.java.binaries. So coming to binary, specify the directory where compiled .class files are located. Okay. So this is actually the application's code. Okay. Whenever running the pipeline, so SonarQube stage, coming to the SonarQube stage, it will create a file. I mean, it's will create a folder name or project name within the SonarQube and adding all the files. Okay, what are the files that we pulling from the GitHub? So it will send all the files to the SonarQube for analyzing. So we can see all the things there. Okay, like the project key, that is Java web app. So that will identify the project with the unique key in the SonarQube. So that this is for the setting the unique key. Okay, so the unique key is Java web app. Sorry, Python web app is our unique. So next thing is Travis we already go through, like Travis scan. This is for the file system scanning. Then yeah, Docker image. So this is the next stage. Okay, this stage will build the Docker image and tag. So in our case, we already have a Docker file in our repository. Okay, I mean the repository that we provided above. Okay, so in that repository there is a Docker file there. So what will happen? It will take the Docker file and it will build here. And after build, it will tag. Okay. Then after that, we will get a Docker image, right? So next we need to check that Docker image using the same tool called a Trivy image scan. Okay, that will done by the Trivy actually. So we need to provide that command here. That is Trivy image. Then we need to provide the image name. So this is the image name that we are the repository name and the new image. So the try will scanning in the image. Then after scanning, the next stage will pushing that application to Docker Hub. So this is a Docker Hub pushing stage. So we need to add the steps there. Under the step, we can add the script. Okay, that script is for we need to provide the credential of our Docker Hub. So here we can see Docker cred and the tool that we configure, that is called a Docker. So these are the things we need to configure, like the credential, then the tool that we are using for pushing, that is Docker, and the command that is make push. This is a command from Jenkins to pushing the image to Docker Hub. So after that, we can deploy that application to Docker. So that's the last stage, deploying to container. So the steps and script is under script we need to provide the same things like the credential, Docker cred that we configure. Okay. Then the tool name, that is Docker. Then the command. As such, after the as such, we need to provide the command that we manually did in before coming to Docker scenario. Okay. So this is a command, Docker run. Then the port number we need to mention, the image name, and the version, that is latest.
Can
So
you
anyone
explain the
have
Trivy image again?
that is for first try we mentioned for file system scanning, and the next one for image scanning, the Docker image scanning, the build image.
The Trivy image, which is already created and it's available in GitHub repository?
No. This is a command to scan any image, Docker image, Trivy image.
Oh, Okay.
Then we need to mention the image name. So that is
Okay.
this image after the build we can see similar image in our machine. Okay. So that
Okay.
image we are going to scan using Try.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
So after configuring, you will get more idea. Okay, that these are the things that we configure. The Docker, then about there is a lot of things are there like the Sonar Cube cases, then JDK, everything in there. So we need to configure that thing.
Okay.
So first we need to configure JDK. Okay. So here you can see the JDK name JDK. So this name we need to provide when configuring. So add JDK. I'm providing the name JDK and Java home. This is a path that we need to provide. We didn't configure that. Choose install automatically and add installer. Install from adoptm.net. So what will happen? We are going to install that JDK. Then we need to mention the app that version JDK version. I am providing like 17 and above. That would be fine. Yeah, 70. This is fine. So JDK part is done. We provided the name and where we need to install, then install from this site and the version. So what will happen whenever we're running this, it will download that JDK and within our machine. Okay. So the next thing, Sonar Cube. See, Sonar Scanner installation. So here there's option add Sonar Scanner. Click on that. So here we need to provide the name. Okay. So what name that we provide in that file? Okay. Here you can see Sonar Scanner. So same name we need to provide here. Sonar Scanner. And yes, it's we need to install that scanner. Okay. So install from my own channel, that's fine. And we can select any version. I'm going with the 4.5 point something like. Yes, I'm going with the this version, okay, 4.6.1. But because whenever going to the latest version, there might be some issues within our pipeline. So this version good's fine. And yeah, that's fine for Sonar Scanner. Then we need to install if we are going in our application is Java based, I mean purely Java based, then we need to add the Maven things here. Okay, like similar way we can add the Maven like that. Then dependency check. Okay, so we need to add the dependency check here. See, yeah, in our pipeline we mentioned that AWS dependency check. The name that provided is DCC. This is the name that provided. So same name we need to provide here. And dependency check the name DC and installation GitHub is fine. Okay. So what will happen that will take the DCs from GitHub and I'm providing version. Yeah, we can go with the latest one. Okay. If we face any issue, then we can came here and change the version. And apply and save. Then next stage is we need to integrate that Sonar Cube with Jenkins. Okay. So we need to go to the system. Sorry, we need to go to credential actually. Go back. Go to credential. See. Here, this is a credentials things, okay, where we adding the credentials of any other applications or any services that we are going to integrate, okay. So here you can see global, then drop down and credential. And here we can see a lot of kinds there, okay, the kind username with the password, GitHub app, secret file, secret test, lot of things are there. So in this case, we are going to create a token, okay, in SonarQube. So we use that token for the authentication, okay. So how to create a token? Just to go to administration and go to security, go to users. Here we can see that under token, click on this update token. You need to provide a name, test, and this token will expire 30 days, okay. As per the requirement, we need to choose like the expiry date, like 90 days or 1 year, like that. So after that, we need to generate. So this is a token. So copy the token and go back to Jenkins. And here we need to change the kind type as secret text. Okay, this is a text actually. So we need to provide the secret token under the secret. So paste it here. Then we need to provide the ID. So it's Sonar. Correct. I will check that. What are the things that we mentioned in the application? Yeah, Docker CRUD. I will provide with the Sonar token. Okay, Sonar token, copy, paste, and create. So this will create a credential for the Sonar Cube. So we need to, after adding the credential, we need to go back to manage Jenkins again and go to tools, sorry, system. Then we need to add the Sonar server in systems, okay, under systems. So scroll down and see, we can see Sonar scanner server. So here you can see add Sonar Cube. So click on the environment variable and add Sonar Cube. Then the name Sonar server. Sonar is fine. Okay. That I think that is that name we provided in the pipeline. Then the server URL. So we need to provide the URL. Okay. In this case, we need to provide the public IP with the port number. So copy the public IP with the port number and provide it on here. And see the server authentication token. So we need to provide that token. We already created that credential. Okay. So drop down. So here we can see Sonar token. This is fine. Apply and save. I am going to install one more plugin like to view the we can see better view of the build stages. Okay. The name pipeline. Yes, this is a plugin pipeline stage view. So uh, we can see a stage view in whenever we're running the pipeline. Okay. That fine. Go back. We need to add one more thing. I think that is Docker, right? So here we need to add the Docker here. So we need to provide the Docker name Docker, then install from docker.com. Okay, you can go with the latest and apply and save. Then we need to add the credentials for the Docker. Okay, because whenever we build the image using Jenkins, we need to push the image to Docker Hub, right? So we need to provide the Docker Hub credential here, add credentials. So that is a username with a password, okay, right? Because we provide the username and password to log in Docker Hub, right? So I'm providing my Docker Hub username. Then the password. Then we need to provide the ID, Docker cred, because the Docker cred I used in the pipeline. See, Docker cred and create. Yeah, the configuration part is almost done. Now we need to go to build that project. Okay, so just to go to create, I mean build a new project, new item. Click on that. Then provide the application name. Okay, like Python app. Here you can see freestyle project, Maven project, pipeline project. There are a lot of items are here. Earlier we go with the freestyle project. I think one our first project we directly providing the details and pushing that application to the production server, right? So in this case, we have a Groovy script. So we need to choose pipeline and OK. Then scroll down. See here the pipeline script. So here we need to provide the pipeline, Groovy pipeline script. Okay, I'm just copying and everything and paste it here. IVFS. Verify everything is I mean ready. Apply and save. So the pipe project is created. See, like yes, this is our project. But as of now, we didn't run the project. Okay, we can see that project when go to the dashboard. So before that, I need to install one more thing there, like is mm, that Trivy. We didn't install Trivy. Give me a second. I need to take the code. Okay, this is a code. So
You cannot do Control V on the command line.
yes, this
You
is
can do right click and paste.
yes, because this is a browser based one.
Control key shows up like a caret, and the script doesn't, the
Yes.
command doesn't work. It also automatically takes it like an enter, so it runs it. You don't get a chance to go in and edit it and change it.
Mm-hmm. So Trivy is almost done. Okay. apt install make. Okay, I'm installing one more service like make. Okay, make is a make we is useful for making files. Okay, we have some script file. So in that script file already mentioned like what are the things that we need to run. So in our application, I will show
It's
the
like a
repository.
build tool, right? Make is like a
Yes,
build
yes,
tool.
yes, the build tool.
So it used to be like you used to link object libraries and compile them and then link them and run them. So make is like the more sophisticated version of that.
Right. Before that, we need to create that make file. Okay. So using the make file, the make tool will create, I mean, building what are the things that we include in the make file. So here you can see that this is a make file. This is our application repository. So this is a make file. So here you can see everything is mentioned, even the Docker repos. So whatever whenever we running that script, I mean that pipeline, that the make file will build the image and everything. Okay, using that data that provided in this file. And we have a Docker file as well. Here you can see Docker file. This is a Docker file. So here we mentioned that Docker. mm, Not here. Okay. So yeah, this is a make file. So similarly, we have a Docker file. So uh, that make file will build the application. Where it is source. So this is a Docker file for this application. Okay. So see, you can see here that the copy things. So these are things that copying from the applications directory, and we need to run this pip. This is Python based, so we need to use the pip install and everything. Cache the requirement was this is all of the things based on the application, I mean developer side. Okay. So there is a file called a requirement.txt. So this is a file. So what are the requirements that we include for the applications? So everything is listed here, like Flask. These are the dependency actually. Okay. Gunicon. Gunicon is a Python web server. So this URL, I mean, this application repository URL we take for our app build application, build pipeline. Okay, see, pipeline, this is a same repository. Then everything seems good. Then we can directly run our application. Okay, I mean, build the pipeline. So click on build. Okay. So these are the stages. Okay, how many stages in our pipeline? 8 stages are there. So first stage is done. I mean, tool installation. So the next second stage is check out the code that is done. We're taking all the codes from the repository. Now checking the dependencies. Okay, what are the dependencies within the code? So that is scanning now. So anyone have any doubt as of now? This will take some time, like the OWSB dependency checks. Okay, so that's based on the code size or what are the, I mean, how many dependencies that we use in this application. So based on that, it will take some time, 3 to 4 minutes taken sometimes. All are following me, right?
Yes. You are doing everything you drew in the first diagram. You said drew a Python, get it from Git, put it into Jenkins, then run it through I think try v scan.
Yes.
So
Now
run
it's
it
not
with SonarQube first,
under the
then
drive
try
actually.
v.
Yeah, you see, now we are in the stage. See this stage only. I mean, the third stage. Sorry, first, second stage. First stage. This is not stage actually. This is a tool installation that is done. Then coming to the stage one, that is checkout code. Stage two, checking the dependency checking. Okay.
And this is your Groovy script.
Yes. So
The
that
Groovy
that
script is the same thing you had drawn in the diagram. That's
yes.
the script that's
See the
running.
name. See the name.
Yeah.
Git checkout. The same name we provided here. Git checkout.
Yeah.
Any name we can give on here. Okay. So
Then
that
it will do the try
that
v file
that will
scan.
that will see here. After the OWSP dependency, the next stage will be private file
Try
system scanning.
VFS.
Yes.
Then SonarQube analysis. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. For viewing these types, that I mean stage view, I install one plugin last, like pipeline stage view. Otherwise, we can't see this way. This is all the viewing system actually. So wherever I mean, facing fail, so the pipeline will stop. So we need to check the logs and why the pipeline is stopped or failed. So we need to sort out or troubleshoot that issue. So as of now, this both running fine. See success, and this is in progress.
sir, how do we remember the syntaxes like for Docker, for Sonar Cube?
You mean this Groovy script, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, the 34 line, like that kind of.
This one, right? This one?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do you have any list of syntaxes that we can remember?
Going forward, I will show you how to generate this snippet. Okay. In
Okay.
in Jenkins, for example, we need to add one stage that is for Kubernetes, but we don't know how to add that stage. So there is a snippet there. Okay, snippet generator there. So we need to just type that we need the requirement. So the requirement is Kubernetes deployment. So it will create that stage. So just we can copy paste here and provide the details as well.
Sir, can you also share the previous last week's videos also?
I will share. I will share. I will share.
Okay.
See, this is a option where we generating the snippet. Okay, so in this case, we can provide what are the stages that we need to do. So we need to select that one and generate pipeline script. So it will create the script. For example, I'm just going to check Kubernetes. Okay. For adding Kubernetes, we need to add the plugins before. So that's why this not showing anything here. So for example, build inside a Docker container. Okay, run build in steps inside a Docker container. So click on that. And we need to provide the image name, argument, all the things there. Default Docker. Here we have a Docker installation things. That is Docker. An image name, we can provide any image name like test. Additional argument, if any, then we need to provide. Otherwise, we can generate it. So see, that will create a block for Docker. So this is not needed. Okay, we can remove that and this also. If any block that under this, this is actual code. Okay, the Docker container, image name, tool name, Docker. So similar way we can create these all the things like all the stages things.
So in that case, we don't need a syntax. We'll get it from here.
Right.
Powered by copy and driven by paste.
Yes. This will take so much time, like dependency checking. I think we can miss that stage. I think we can continue tomorrow, right? All of you.
Sure.
I think
sir.
time is late
Sure,
there.
sir. Yeah, sure,
Okay.
sir.
Then
Thank you
then
for
I
the
will continue.
class.
Yep.
Have a good
Then
morning. Good night, everybody here.
bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye all.
Thank you.